at home. Welcome to Abntv newspaper review. And here are the top Nigerian newspaper for today. Here with me, I have the Punch newspaper and I have the Vanguard newspaper. Firstly, we are going to feature into the Punch newspaper. I can tax new Ogun excuse in fearless and integrity. Members of 2025 and 2026 executive of Mowe and District Society of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria have been urged to uphold integrity and fearless and equity. The call was made by various speakers at the Institute of Adekemi Adekunle as the 18th Chairman of the district, and the swearing-in ceremony of the executive held at the Redemption Camp along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on Saturday. Speaking at the event, the ICANN 65th President Haruna Yahya, who was represented by his first Deputy Vice President Felix Osunju, urged the new leadership to uphold the tenets and features of the institute while prioritizing members' welfare. He also stressed the important role of the district in ICANN initiative across the country. Uphold the tenets of the integrity, accuracy, and excellency that define ICANN, and be bold and always place the interests of your members above all others. ICANN tax new Ogun ESCOs on fearless and integrity. The full details of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Punch newspaper for today. Stakeholders advocate ESG principles to drive governance and prosperity. Stakeholders at the maiden edition of the FICT Sustainability Conference have been emphasized that environmental and social governance principles must move beyond box tickings and evolve into core drivers of governance, innovation, and national prosperity. At the conference, which was a gathering of leaders from Nigeria's financial and regulatory sectors, it was noted that sustainability has become not just a matter of corporate obligations, framework for long-term growth and inclusive development. Stakeholders advocate ESG principles to drive governance and prosperity. The full details of this story is inside the Punch newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Punch newspaper for today. Minimum wage. NLC plans crackdown of non-compliance in private sectors. The Nigeria Labour Congress has vowed to intensify enforcement of the 17,000 national minimum wage and targeting non-compliant employers, particularly in the unorganized private sectors, where one worker reportedly earns a little as 15,000 a month. Assistant Secretary General of the NLC, Oyeka Christopher, said that while implementation of this new wage has been moderate progress in the public sectors, violation in the private sectors remain a significant concern. The executive said the unorganized private sectors poses the greatest concern. That is, people still earning 50,000 or 20,000 monthly in Nigeria. These are the workers we are most concerned about. The minimum wage laws offers them the most protections. Minimum wage NLC plans crackdown as no compliance in private sectors. These are the full set of these stories inside the Punch newspaper today. And before we come back to the second edition of this program, we would like to listen to what we have in our studio. We'll be right back for the second edition of this program.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
And if you'd like to watch live and direct on our website page, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. On our Facebook, you can click and share, comment, subscribe, and like, and click on Abntv Houston. Likewise, on our YouTube, you can follow us, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click on Abntv Nigeria as well. And we also have our Twitter, you can follow us and click on Abntv Houston. And lastly, on Instagram, you can click and follow us on Abntv Nigeria. And now to the second edition of this program, the Vanguard newspaper. ADC begins takeover of PDP structures in northern states. as part of efforts to build a formidable coalition ahead of the 2027 general elections. The African Democratic Congress (ADC) has commenced more high-profile politicians from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and All Progressive Congress (APC). Although the ADC has already taken over PDP structures in Yobe, Gombe, Adama, and some other northern states, many of the prominent politicians being approached are yet to formally defeat. However, the chairman of the PDP, State Chairman Forum, and Imo State PDP chairman, Mr. OSUN, described reports of defections as a good precedent, insisting that the PDP remains strong and united. Uwachuku said the chairman of Yobe and Bene denied these claims. These are fake news designed to attract public sympathy. ADC begins takeover of PDP structures in northern states. The full set of this story is inside the Vanguard newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Vanguard newspaper. Senate awaits certified true copy of Natasha reinstatement order. Following a federal high court judgment ordering the reinstatement of the Senator Natasha Okpati, the Senate has resolved to exercise coalition and uphold due processes and pending receipts of the certified true copy of the ruling. The upper legislative body position came in response to the July 4 judgment and delivered by Justice Binta Uyaku, which nullified Akpati's 6-month suspension as unconstitutional and disappropriate. The court also directed her immediate return to legislative duty and stating that the prolonged suspension denied her constituents their rights to representations. In a formal reaction, Senate spokesperson Senator Yemi Adaramodu said the Red Chamber will refrain from making any ousting decision until the full details of the judgments are available. The developments follow a federal high court in Abuja judgment on the matters between her and the Senate, which upheld the Allo Chamber's constitutional power to discipline its members. The court imposed a 5 million fine and mandated her to publicly apologize within 7 days for contempt of these courts. Senate awaits certified true copy of Natasha reinstatement order. The full details of these stories inside the Vanguard newspaper for today. And the lastly story here with me in the Vanguard newspaper for today. Sirap urges probe into NDDC Addis report suspension. Socio-economic rights and accountability projects has urged President Bola Tinubu to direct the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, to promptly investigate allegations that high-ranking officials and politicians indicated in the reports of the forest edits of the Niger Delta Development Commission between 2000 and 2019 obstructed the publication of the report. Shirap urged him to direct Fagbemi and appropriate anti-corruption agency to properly identify those responsible for this obstructing the release of the report and prosecute them for obstruction of justice. Shirap also urged him to direct IGF to immediately publish the reports and name and shame those responsible for the alleged embezzlement of over 6 trillion naira. The NDDC recover any proceeds of corruption and provide adequate compensation to victims. Shirap urged probe into the NDCC at this report suspension. The full details of this story is inside the Vanguard newspaper for today. And that's what we have on our newspaper review. If you like to watch it live and direct on our website page, you can click and follow us on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. On our Facebook, you can like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe. On our Facebook, you can click on Abntv OSUN. And likewise, on our YouTube, you can like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click on Abntv Nigeria as well. On our Twitter, you can follow us on Abntv OSUN. And lastly, on our Instagram, you can follow us on Abntv Nigeria. And for those of you who are using TikTok, you can also follow us on Abntv Nigeria as well. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. And I wish you a blessed and prosperous day ahead. Bye for now.